But let me go back to homosexuality. If you take fathers out of families, male children will experience male hunger. But because males are socialized to cover up your feelings, don't talk about what hurts, little male children are almost socialized to say, I don't want my daddy, I haven't seen him, it doesn't make any difference. Well, it does make a difference. Male children need their fathers. They need their fathers to hold their hands, to walk with them. You may have some museum area here in Baltimore. Go and look on Saturday. You probably will see white males holding the hands of little 3-year-old white adult males holding the hands of little 3-year-old white males. And in that hand-holding process, male strength is passing out of the arm of the father into the hand of the little boy. And he begins to understand male strength. White supremacy also produces teenage pregnancy. So if a 14-year-old mother is holding a little baby and then later on you wonder, why is the little baby boy's hand weak? Because it was a weak hand that held him, not the arm of a man. The teenage mother is not bad. The father is not bad. We are all victims of this war. And to the extent that we don't understand the war or understand what it is, we will continue to be victimized by it. So the male child is hungering for father and hungering for father. And it's a whole lot of other male children on the block hungering for father and hungering for father. And I'm going to be real plain. And then there's some older males who hungered for father and hungered for father. And that hungering for father translates in the brain computer. I need some male substance. Well, where do I get male substance from symbolically? Somebody will say, well, then suck my penis. And that goes into the mouth. And that is the top end of the gastrointestinal tract through which the body is fed. Or put your penis in my bottom, in my anus. That's the other end of the gastrointestinal tract. So semen is going into either end of the gastrointestinal tract because the person is experiencing subconsciously male hunger. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. It is also because we are in the context of the white supremacy culture. And the white supremacy culture, the dominant form of sexual expression in Greece and Rome was male homosexuality. Do you understand me? The reason that that was the dominant form of sexual intercourse is because we ought to have a gigantic world map so you can see the colossus of the continent of Africa. And then see those little tiny countries of Europe sitting atop the colossus of Africa. So then you see that boot of Rome, Italy and Rome, and the islands of Greece. And so when those pale men looked over that Mediterranean and saw those great big tall black men, they went into a profound sense of male inadequacy. And that sense of male inadequacy caused them to think, put your penis in my mouth, or put your penis in my anus, or let me do it to you. Are you with me? Why? Because those big, tall black men in Africa could cause white genetic annihilation 35,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, up to the very moment that we are speaking. And this is why, in this same white supremacy system and culture, updated, ball games are the major focus of attention. What are the balls? What are the balls in a culture that says, keep your eye on the ball? The same balls that were cut off when black men were lynched and castrated. The balls contain the genetic material. And so a culture has evolved where ball games are the most dominant expression about the most fundamental concern of white supremacy. That's why most people don't realize they're looking at it all the time. But there are two series of ball games in the white supremacy system and culture. The two series of ball games are big brown balls and small white balls. The big brown balls are played by the men in the culture that are considered to be most virile, because they represent the men that are on this planet considered to be the standard of manhood, the fathers of all of the people on the planet, and that is the black man. Now, just like there are two series of ball games, and you bring to mind in your visualization and in your imagination the male genitalia, and the male genitalia and the black male genitalia is what comes to mind in the white supremacy system every time a black man is attacked. Because it is looked upon, his genitals and the powerful black genetic material is perceived as a weapon. The weapon that can cause white genetic annihilation or that can threaten white genetic survival, which is why the Republican Party could say, Willie Horton, a black man who was released from prison and raped a white female, and win an election. So just like there, if you're looking at the male genitalia and we're serious because we are soldiers about to win a war, so we're not playing about thinking about male genitalia, you see one testicle, a phallus or a penis, and another testicle. So the concern about the balls is played out in ball games. The concern about the phallus is played out in smoking objects. Because just like there are two series of ball games, big brown and small white, smoking objects are substitutes for the phallus or the penis, and there are two series of smoking objects, whether you've thought about it or not, and maybe this will help you not smoke. Are big brown and small white. The most intelligent men smoke big brown smoking objects. I mean, this is a symbolism that is used in the culture. And what is that? No, I said the most intelligent. Pipes. The most powerful smoke what? Cigars. And then they say Moors taste better. But cigarettes, the small white smoking objects in the same culture, are called what, ladies and gentlemen? Fags. If you don't believe it, look in your dictionary. Fag is a word, children, for homosexuality. Am I creating the culture or am I simply reading it? What does a white female say is her ideal mate at the time that she's yelling, rape, rape, he raped me and it was black? Who does she say is her ideal mate? Tall, dark, and handsome. Yet she accuses the black male of wanting to rape her. Valentine's Day is coming up, the middle of February. What is it that the white female wants to receive from her white mate? chocolate candy. And I won't add with nuts. Now, this is the symbolism. What am I doing? I'm trying to pull out all of the symbolism that is underneath the surface of this surface phenomena where we're walking around talking about what's happening, and we don't know why the men are dying. The men are dying because genocide is an imperative aspect of white supremacy. When it really begins to get shaken, it kills the black men so that there will be fewer people to threaten white genetic annihilation. And we are living in the midst of mass death right now. Mass death caused by drugs, chemical warfare weapons, deaths caused by AIDS, biological warfare weapons. Oh, we don't know where AIDS came from. Again, blaming the black man. Oh, it came from Africa. No, it came from a white supremacist in a laboratory who said, this is the way we can get rid of a lot of these people. We can kill 50 million of them in Africa alone. And since we have accustomed them to death, we gave them 22 dead black male children in Atlanta and made them go into the church and pray about it. We killed 1,000 of them at Jonestown and made them say it was a church or some kind of cult retreat. 5,000 dead black men in that so-called commune in Oregon, picked up off of the streets of every major city. So when the men never came back and we didn't understand what white supremacy was, we just kept doing the electric slide and kept stepping. All of that was warfare of white supremacy against black people for the purpose of white genetic survival on the part of a tiny white minority on this planet that is genetic recessive to all of the black, brown, red, and yellow people.